Welcome back, guys. Welcome to another episode of Terrible Towel Tuesday. I am your host, SimFBallCritic, along with the Terrible Towel. Now today, guys, I got my phone here with me, the handy dandy iPhone 6S Plus, and it's a lot that I need to look at as far as notation, so I'm going to use the phone from time to time. So I'm going to try to run through this again, guys. I say this every week. I don't want to keep you too long. I want to keep your attention, so let's go ahead and get started. First and foremost, the Raiders. Shout outs to the Raiders. Salute to the Raiders. They are an up-and-coming football team, and they're a very solid team. You know, defensively, they had some problems, just like we did, but Derek Carr is the truth. Derek Carr is the truth. He is the future of that franchise. Y'all got some weapons in place. Crabtree is balling for them. Amari Cooper is going to be a stud. The Raiders are up and coming, so salutes to them for making it a very, very entertaining game, and they could have very well stole the game from us. Couple drops here, couple turnovers there. You know, you take some of those things away, they may have walked away with a victory. Those guys are going to be up and coming, so it's going to be interesting to see what they do the rest of the season, because that wild card spot is going to be up in the air, you know, because of course we're going to have our problems as well. You still got the Jets, you still got the Bills, so we're going to see what's going to happen there. Now let's go ahead and get into some of our business. Man, we just can't stay healthy on offense, man. We just can't stay healthy. Big Ben gets hurt again in the fourth quarter. You know, the game is almost over. Now, luckily enough, man, I'm hearing now that it's not a significant injury. It looked worse than what it is, because when you look at the replay, it looked like his foot, you know, his toes and foot kind of bent inward. I thought it may have been a small break somewhere, what have you, but apparently it's just a sprain, and now they're talking about 1 to 2 weeks, which is great for us. You know, we got Cleveland next week that, is at home. It's a home game, so, you know, hopefully we can take care of business there, and then, of course, we got the bye, so that helps out. Then we got to go out to Seattle, and let's face it, in order for us to have any chance against Seattle, we're going to need Big Ben Roethlisberger. Now let's talk about some key things in the game real quick. Martavis Bryant redeemed himself. He ticked me off a little earlier in the game when Ben threw that bomb to him down on the sideline. He had to reach over the opposite shoulder, couldn't handle the ball. But that was a huge drop, because that could have possibly been a touchdown if he catches it clean. If not, we're way down in their territory. Probably would have been red zone. That could potentially have taken some points off of the clock. Off of the scoreboard. He does redeem himself later on with that quick out that Ben threw to him. You know, quick screen play. I think it was about 10 to 15 yards. I can't remember exactly how far out we were. I think maybe we were on like the 12. But he hesitates. He shows patience, lets his block set up, makes the right cut. Then he hurdles over Charles Woodson and gets into the end zone. Beautiful football right there, because that right there showed me intelligence, patience, and growth. And I say growth because some people just try to take off and run. He took his time. He was patient. Jesse James makes a huge block in that scenario. Actually takes out 2 guys, and we get into the end zone. So that was beautiful to see. Brown. Oh, my God. Antonio Brown. Is this dude the truth or not? Is he not the truth? I mean, the catches he was making, like that sideline catch, and he keeps his feet in bounds. I mean, it's not even an inch. It's like this close to the sideline. He comes up with it. Beautiful. But how do you catch 17 balls for 284 yards? That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. And the thing about it, man, looking at, again, talking about the secondary of Oakland, it was there all day. You can see why Ben was going to him most of the day, because it was open downfield. How many shots did we take downfield and people were open? Brown was open like 3 times. You know, one time Ben kind of underthrew him. No. The one time Ben overthrew him, that was a touchdown. And then the one that he did get deep, it was a little underthrown. And he still almost broke away and got into the end zone. And then you got, like I said, the Martavis Bryant shot. Then there was a couple shots, I think, to Darius Hayward-Bay. I mean, we were getting behind their defense all day. So you can kind of see what the game was going to be early on. You know, that corner Hayden was getting torched. Charles Woodson was trying to give it a go, and he was, you know, effective to some degree, but his right shoulder was killing him. So it was set up perfect for us to just attack downfield, and that's what we did. But the only thing, of course, you got to knock Antonio Brown for is the drop punt, the muffled punt. That was crucial in that scenario, because right then, I believe it was like 6:05 on the clock. He catches it, gets any kind of return. We possibly bleed the clock, and it might not have even been as close as it was. But, you know, these things happen. I mean, you know, everyone makes mistakes, so you can't beat a guy up for that after giving you a performance that he gave you. So it is what it is, but, you know, of course, I got to point it out. Ben throws another pick to Antonio Brown, going to the well a little too much. In that scenario, I mean, you look at the replay, like I said, it's easy for us to be Monday morning quarterback, but you see Heath Miller is flashing right in front of him, and, you know, I'll throw it away. You know, I can't really remember what down it was, but in that scenario, don't force anything. They get the interception in great prime field position. It hurt us because you see they got points off of that drive. So little stuff like that. I mean, it's Big Ben. We know how Ben plays, but you just got to be a little smarter with the ball. Take care of the ball. I'm sure that's what Tomlin would be preaching to him as well. Okay, Ben gets injured, of course. I already mentioned that. That's killer. That's killer. Now, it's great that it's only 1 to 2 weeks. Hopefully there's no complications, and hopefully that does not get delayed. Because I think Landry Jones, and I've said this before, he's not the greatest. He doesn't make me confident. But Landry Jones gets the ball out of his hand. In my opinion, he gets the ball out of his hand more than Vic has shown us. I think he gives us a chance to win against Cleveland. You know, no disrespect to Cleveland, but Cleveland is just not playing great football right now, and their defense is giving up a whole lot, you know, in the secondary and the run, all of that. So we have a chance to beat them with Landry Jones. But going forward, the tough competition really starts to pick up in the second, you know, I can't say second half, but after the bye. You know, you got Seattle, you got Indianapolis, which is not as bad as their record. You got Denver coming back in. We got to play Cincinnati again, got to play Baltimore again. You see, it's like those meaningful games are starting to come back again. So we're going to need Big Ben if we're going to make any type of run towards the playoffs. All right. Let's talk about DeAngelo Williams. Oh, my. Who could imagine that? Now, this is the thing. A lot of people were down on DeAngelo Williams, not sure if he's going to be able to carry the mail and all that. I don't understand that for two reasons. Number one, we saw him do it this year to start the season. Had a 100-yard game, had close to 100 yards in both games. Very serviceable back. Now, outside of that, this dude was a starting running back, 1,000-yard seasons, you know, multiple 1,000-yard seasons in Carolina. So I don't understand why people just felt like, oh, he's, you know, we're not sure what he's going to do. Is he going to be Le'Veon Bell? No, who is? But he is a very serviceable back. And he proved it this past Sunday. 170 yards on the ground and some receiving yards. I don't have those stats right off the top of my head, but a decent amount of receiving yards. Come on, man. He did everything on Sunday. He looked like a very good back. And with that type of play from him, of course, you can't anticipate 170 yards. But with that type of play, we're going to be all right. You know, a serviceable back, we're going to be okay without Le'Veon, while Le'Veon, you know, heals up. All right. The defense. The defense they're just too shaky, man, for me. It's the secondary. It's the secondary. Yeah, we gave up a big run, you know, to their running back. I forget the guy's name right now, but come on, man. For the most part, we kind of bottled that up a little later. But that's secondary, man. I keep saying it. We're so iffy. I don't know what secondary we're going to get on what week. I never know. You know, we really need to tighten down that secondary because, like I said, we are a bend but don't break type of defense, but that's very dangerous because eventually you're going to break. You know, you saw it happen in Kansas City. You can't keep giving up yards to these teams, especially good teams, and think you're going to win or going to get bailed out all the time. You know, a guy like Ross Cockrell, salute. This dude has saved us on many occasions, as well as Antoine Blake, coming up with interceptions in the end zone. How many times have we done that this season already? But you can't keep relying on that. We have to get, guess we got to get a little more pressure, which again, give, you know, the Raiders offensive line a lot of credit. They're not giving up sacks. So we're going to have to help them out in that regard. But also, man, these guys just got to play their assignments, man. They got to do better in one-on-one situations and zone situations because, like I said, you talk about the Denvers, the New Englands, and even Cincinnati, even though we played them tough, the second game is never like the first game. You know, these teams that got passing attacks, they're going to give us some trouble. Even Indianapolis, you know, even though they don't look that great, but they look pretty daggone good against Denver. We got to tighten it up, man. What else we got? The 2 false starts by Cody Wallace. Come on, Cody. You're the center. That should never happen. All right, and the pass interference call on Marcus Wheaton, that was a little iffy, man. You know, that one as well as the low hit on they called on Ryan Shazier. I think both of those was very questionable in my opinion, but it is what it is. You can't rely on those things, but that, you know, officiating kills me when you can clearly look at the play and say, wait a minute, that didn't look like, you know, PI to me, or, you know, I didn't think Shazier intentionally went low. He kind of was down. He kind of jumped up to try to make the sack. And, you know, that's an iffy call, but it is what it is. You know, I feel like if you can call that one, and the one should have been called against Ben when we played the Rams, even though I don't think either one was intentional, if you're going to call that one, then that should have been called. But it is what it is. But like I said, man, just to wrap it up here, I think we played a solid game as far as, you know, fighting. You know, putting up 38 points was huge. That looks like more like the offense that we thought we'd be able to have, and, you know, more of the offense that we had last season. That's great. But we cannot continue to give up all of these points and all of these yards. It's not going to work against the top tier teams. As far as the playoff picture, if we get in the playoffs, great. Are we going to go far? I don't think so. I just don't see it as of yet. I'm not that confident with the defense. Even when Big Ben comes back, I think the offense can score on anybody. I really do. You know, some people might think I'm crazy, but I think we even have a shot to go into Seattle and win the game. But that defense gotta tighten it up, man. I just don't know. I don't know. But I love what I'm seeing from the guys. Everyone is hitting. I mean, Mike Mitchell coming up and laying the wood on, I can't remember this guy's name. Oh, Latavius Murray, I think his name is. Knocked the ball out, knocked him out. Great stuff. And that's the only dangerous thing about being 6'3" and a running back. You know, if you standing up tall, you better learn how to get your pads low because you're going to get your bell rung quite a bit. But like I said, again, shout outs to the Raiders. Great looking young team. Look like they're going to be a force, man, in the next couple of years or so. But we got Cleveland coming in the house next week. They got to take care of that business. Then after that, you know, go on that bye. Let's get everybody rested up, and hopefully Ben can come back and we can keep it going. But I don't know, man. Like I said, in the playoffs, I don't know. Can we beat a team like Denver in the playoffs if we had to play them? Can we beat a team like New England? Because it seems like it's going to go through Foxborough. I don't know. We got to be a realist about the situation. I don't know if we're ready yet, but we'll see. We'll see. So I'm happy that we're at 5-4. Let's continue to move forward, and there you have it, guys. Appreciate you watching. Definitely leave your thoughts, leave your comments, and I promise you, it won't hurt you to hit the like button. All right. Until next time, guys, let me know what you think. Once again, guys, thanks for coming by. And if you want to interact with me live, head on over to Sim Standard Radio every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, along with Smitty and Azure Effect. The call-in number for the show is down in the description. Now, of course, for more content, go ahead and click the link above. And before you go, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. All right, guys. Until next time, lights out.